Foreign leaders. I actually want to go into some things that you've written. This is something you wrote in 2005, arguing that there was no housing bubble. You wrote this in 2005 in Business and Media Institute. You said, coverage of the Bush economy reads like a collection of Democratic Party press releases calling a strong economy everything from struggling to volatile or dicey. That kind of ignorance makes homeowners fear that their most expensive possession could turn worthless overnight. That won't happen. August 2005. Housing situation, that did happen, and it only happened within 3 years. What did you miss in 2005 about the housing bubble?
What I missed in 2005 was just how bad Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac had distorted the housing market. That's why I said what I said in 5 that I further learned later in terms of Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac. I honestly did not realize just how bad it was, just how bad the whole bundling and derivatives things was, and that we were on the brink of a total financial meltdown. So I learned later on by looking into it deeper that the situation was a lot worse than I thought in 2005.
Well, in 2008, this is September 1st, 2008, another column you wrote about the economy, and it reads as follows. You wrote, the supposed failure of Bush's economic policies has been a constant theme of the Democrats since the 2006 election, when the Democrats regained control of the House and Senate by convincing enough of the voters that the economic sky was falling and that the war in Iraq could not be won. Based on all of their convention speeches, they plan to continue those themes right through Election Day on November 4th. Economic sky was falling, you said, September 1, 2008. 15 days later, of course, the Lehman Brothers collapse. We know what happened after that. A total near sky is falling moment. So I guess I would say this, how do you reassure voters that despite all the experience you're running on in the business community, your time on the Fed, you missed the housing bubble and you missed the economic collapse?
Well, it's real simple, Chuck. I have economic advisors working with me now who spend time studying these various analyses. When I wrote those papers, I was only responding to reports that I, like everybody else, was getting through the media. Those kind of public reports.
Which turned out to be right, by the way. You were criticizing those reports, but they turned out to be right.
Well, yeah, but what I'm saying is I will have people around me who are going to help me do deeper analyses on some of these things, okay? So, yeah, I missed some of these things. I'm not perfect. I'm very quick to say I made a mistake or I missed it, but I didn't have sophisticated analyses helping me to draw the conclusions that I was drawing at that time. And remember, I have admitted the housing bubble and the economic meltdown of 2008, it was much worse than I ever realized until the Lehman Brothers situation started and until more and more was revealed about the depth of the problems at Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac. I admit I didn't know all of the details about those situations.
You served on the Kansas City Fed back in the mid-90s. Any regrets?